There is no time in the history of Nigeria when it faces so much social and security challenges, so much that it is feared that the impact of these challenges have rendered Nigerians hopeless. I, Nigerian on air, went to the streets to find out just how deep this impact is. Have Nigerians really lost hope in themselves?
No. Sure.
You cannot give a precise answer as in yes or no, depending upon the angle upon which somebody sees the situation, you know. But even if one has not, you know, happenings are pushing people towards at least losing hope in themselves. But the fact is that we cannot lose hope, and that we believe Nigeria as a nation is just passing through challenges, not problems. If you talk of problems, then you cannot solve them. But if you are talking of challenges, that means things you can face quietly and address.
Well, I think Nigerians have not lost faith in themselves. Rather, they are a bit pessimistic because of the happenings around them.
I can't really say yes, and I can't say no.
But regardless of all these challenges, most Nigerians have faith in the nation's ability to overcome all and forge ahead as a united sovereign entity.
What I will do, I personally, is just prayerful to God so that all things will be possible. If all of us, if each individual have agreed with one Nigeria, then Nigeria can be better.
If you're talking about possibility, it is possible. If you're talking about how, then the most important thing is discussing the issues and discussing them with all sincerity. Dialoguing. And when I say dialoguing, I mean dialogue, sincere dialogue. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, we have failed to discuss issues with all the sincerity that is required. People see things from very narrow perspectives. People see things from the perspective of ethnicity. People see things from the perspective of geography. People see things from the perspective of religion. Even though it is not necessarily bad for somebody to consider his ethnicity, for somebody to see things sometimes from the perspective of his religion, because for your religion, but then religion should, our religion, or rather our diversity in general, be it religious, ethnic, and whatever, should serve for us as a source of strength rather than a source of problem. Now, if we are to discuss our issues with all the sincerity that is required, not the type of dialogue we sometimes have, where from the beginning of the dialogue, you know it is a failure. This is not the dialogue I'm referring to. I'm referring to sincere dialogue. I'm referring to dialogue that is supposed to be done by those who are supposed to do it, not just some people who are doing it for the purpose of their personal interest.
In Nigeria today, we are in a situation whereby if you go out, you are not sure whether you are coming back home safely. So because of the insecurity challenges and some other problems like providing essential services for yourself, be it water to drink, you have to sink a borehole, school, you can no longer take your child to the public school because you know you are really slowing down his academic pursuit in the future. Health, you have to go to a private hospital. Refuge, you have to get a private refuge collector to dispose your waste. You know, all these factors, the security challenges, the corruption and issues surrounding us tend to make us pessimistic. However, all hope is not lost because it's a challenges which other nations have passed, and I am optimistic that we should be optimistic. The pessimism should be there, of course, because of the surrounding circumstances, but optimism should set in. We should believe that we can change. It's a pace we are passing through. Yes, other nations have passed through this, and we will come out of it stronger as a people. All we need to do is to believe in the change we all foresee and start it from our very selves. You cannot just sit down and continue criticizing. No, you are criticizing, but what effort are you making as a person?
To most respondents, the only way to bring back hope is through change. Malam Shamsuddin Abdurrahman insists that change begins at the grassroots.
So we have to go back and start the change from the political parties, from ourselves. Let us look inwards, from your house, from yourself. How fair are you to your neighbor? Yes, but there is hope. All hope is sincerely not lost.
While Abdullahi Abubakar Lamido is of the opinion that dialogue is the answer.
Dialoguing. And when I say dialoguing, I mean dialogue, sincere dialogue. Our diversity in general, be it religious, ethnic, and whatever, should serve for us as a source of strength rather than a source of problem. Now, if we are to discuss our issues with all the sincerity that is required, not the type of dialogue we sometimes have, where from the beginning of the dialogue, you know it is a failure. This is not the dialogue I'm referring to. I'm referring to sincere dialogue. I'm referring to dialogue that is supposed to be done by those who are supposed to do it, not just some people who are doing it for the purpose of their personal interest. That should be the beginning of solution to our problems.
Indeed, change is what we need. But this change cannot be achieved without unity. As mentioned by Abiola Abdul, together as one people and one nation, we can go to greater heights and achieve greater things. Hawa Abdullahi Gambo, reporting for iNigerian on air.